My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire Downfall. We're going to be continuing with the Hexaghost in Ascension 2, and let's even make it visible this time. Oh, hang on. There we go. Alright, 100 souls looks pretty good here. The rest of the options aren't that great. Just aren't. Alright, what can we do? Oh my god, there's a path with 3 elites, 2 midline rests. Lot of question marks. I do like that. Sure. I'm gonna go the whole 100 souls here. Then we can recall first. Move 1 space over, and then 1 sec. 1, 2, that activates that. Then I get to float forwards and defend to half activate the next one. Yeah, we'll have the ability there to break the key as well as upgrade a card. Perfect. I'd really like to do a retract build. Ethereal, gain 5 block, increased by soul burn on all enemies. Upgrades to no longer be ethereal. There's also Haunted Hand. Draw your cards, make them ethereal. Ethereal, deal 8 damage to all enemies, and it's an afterlife card. I think I take the Haunted Hand here, because that doesn't necessarily have to be an ethereal deck. It can just be a good card in another deck. We'll upgrade float. So we can choose to retract or advance, or neither as well. Important option there available for us. Haunted Hand. We get to burn out all these defends, which is actually really good for us here. Perfect. So we just get to get real aggressive with all the rest of this. Then float is ethereal. All right, I'll float. I'll advance. And heck, I'll even sear. Because now if I get float in the next hand, I can go off again. Didn't get float, but I did get that. Triggering some of those is still important because they are part of my block core right now. Right. Eternal Feather for every 5 cards in your deck, heal 3 HP whenever you enter a rest site. Hopefully that helps us not rest as much. If the enemy has soul burn, apply 7 soul burn, apply 7 soul burn. I mean, look, if we want to do like a full soul burn build, this is the way we go about it. So, Burning Touch. Ooh, eviscerated and chopped by giant claws. That should be fine by me. Especially if we are going soul burn. Strike, I'm going to float forwards. And then use a Haunted Hands. We'll defend and lose a large amount of the rest of them. That one might not be great for us ultimately. Uh-oh. We definitely want to double strike this turn. It defends us for 6, whereas a defend only defends us for 4. Unfortunately, we do not have a power here, so we're going to have to use float to pass over it. We'll advance, then we can go to attacks. Some more defense again. Let's try a Burning Touch, and that should do it. Sure, we took a fair bit of damage there, certainly. With Troshka, the next 2 non-boss chests you open contain 2 relics. That's a good pickup. Devil's Dance. The first time you retract each turn, gain an energy and draw a card. I do not have the ability to take that when it's next to a Burning Touch and I'm trying to make a Burning Touch deck. Gimme. Ooh, Vajra. Combat with 1 strength. I may want to run away from the elites now. Darkstone Periapt, when you obtain a curse, increase your max HP by 6, as well as the Courier. The merchant restocks cards, relative potions, or price increased by 20%. We'll go here. Do I actually want to rest? Both of those Burning Hands really want to be upgraded. I have no extra defense. That's an empowered elite. Okay, we have to rest. Ah! No! This is the worst case scenario. Alright, I'm using Distilled Chaos here. The idea of Distill Chaos here was to try and get the Searing Ghost Flame activated, so now I can use Float to advance. I can use a Sear, and then Burning Touch to get you. Play another Defend. Alright. That frontliner dies relatively soon. Strike's not ethereal. I have only 2 strikes left in the deck, though. I think I need to pop that attack. Had to be the frontliner you hit there, did it? Just making sure that it absolutely had to. We've at least got 1 off the field. 2 strikes also ends up killing the frontliner here. We'll float to advance. Unfortunately, 2 strikes had to be on the same turn. 2 strikes across 2 different turns isn't going to be good enough. Right. Best I could do that turn, but ultimately it does look like it's going to be enough. Let's float to advance, then burning and defend. Getting some extra damage through, and then anything. Yes, single strike draw is kill. Nice. Giria, you can now gain strike up to 3 times maximum. Oh, God. Why did I have to get that? This deck does not want to do that. I have so much access to strength right now, though. I really want multi-attacks. I mean, intensity applied by Ghost Flames. Yeah, we're not... Turn it up is appealing. It's just... It's fine. And block applied by Ghost Flames when ignited. Sure. Maybe that's what clutches it for us. Let's break the emeralds. I also really want to start lifting. I may actually not be able to use the Giria at all in this run. There's so many other upgrades that I am absolutely desperate for. Ghost of Parasite heals us up and also gives us max HP. We do have the Darkstone Periamps, but I also don't want to have to remove it from the deck. Okay. There's our double strike, and we can follow it up. I mean, like, we should cast one of these. We're probably just going to kill the backline with a strike next turn, so... Let's get that instead. Okay. We'll... Huh? Did I not? Oh, I guess I didn't pass by the Searing Ghost Flame last turn, so there was only 1 activated on the crushing. Oh, wild. Would have had more than that. Let's do that, and then turn it up. Beautiful. Oh, okay, so it doesn't increase the block you get from the Spirit Brand. It increases the block you get from bolstering Ghost Flame, I imagine. Dang. All right. We'll again advance here. And ultimately make our way out. We'll be fine. I let that turn end, so the enemy dies to the soul burn, and I get my last point of regen. Odd Mushroom. When vulnerable, take 25% more damage rather than 50%. Force ignite the active Ghost Flame. Do not advance at the end of the turn. I don't really like it, Gain. I'm going to pass. Take an advancing guard, actually. Let's have a little bit of defense here. Float forwards. We advance with that. Then I defend and then turn it up. And yeah, that already closes out the fight for us. Great. Okay, who's that boss? It's Ironclad. I'm going to take some damage there. Bright Ritual. Am I using the Bright Ritual to do anything? No. Force Ignite the active Ghost Flame and then advance. Sounds good to me. Float to advance here. I'm probably going to Haunted Hand, Seer, Burning Touch, Burning Touch. No. Force Ignite the active for 8 more damage. Sure. And that's already lethal here. Love it. I am a little less worried about my block now. Speedrunning, whenever you advance, gain 2 block upgrades to 3. I don't know if we need another Burning Touch in this deck. We will go with that upgrade there, though. That's great. With the Soulburn set up on turn 1, it's definitely going to execute before the end. Let's Haunted Hands. Float past as well. Nice. Double strike to get to the next Ghost Flame so I can march forward? Yeah, sure. Seems pretty good still. So I'm going to take a little bit of damage here, but it'll help me deal even more to the boss. Fast forward. Then we double up on all those burning touches. I just need to make sure that we get to... Yeah, we'll advance. I just got to make sure that we get to use the giant hit before the end as well. And that'll do it. 128 damage. Not half bad at all. Oh my god. Well. I still don't know if Dynamic Blow has yet been changed, so I can't really take that. Rain of Embers. Deal 5 damage and apply 5 soul burn to a random target X times X plus 1 times. With the 2 strength that we already have and the fact that we might end up getting more strength from that gear, maybe Rain of Embers is what we want to go for here. I also really like the Evil Within. But Molten Egg is every attack upgraded. How many attacks are we going to put in this deck? Step Through? We'd put Step Through in. I'm going to take the Evil Within, and I'm also going to cut a card from the deck. Let's get a basic strike out of here. I think that's going to be real interesting. And there's our first Evil Within. Do not disappoint me. Dark Void. Deal 14 damage to all enemies. The next time one does not attack on their turn, gain 1 strength. 14 damage to all enemies. Also ends up triggering our Searing Ghost Flame and killing both enemies. Ghost Lash, Stoke the Fire, and Backtrack Smack. I think we're past the point of taking any of those anymore. Looking for a better defensive call right now. Okay. Strike, strike, advance. Nice. And then we even advance past the next one too. And we burn out strike and a defend. Pretty great cards to get rid of. It does feel like time to turn it up, doesn't it? Let's take the opportunity. We miss out on using fast forward for the rest of the fight though. The last stand. Remove all debuffs, gain 1 strength. If you are below half HP, gain 2 strength. Probably just going to have to float past the Bolstering Ghost Flame next turn, but I like this. Then strike. Get the extra block out of that. Okay, at the very least, we do have the ability to float past. We can double defend to Seer. I need to get some Soulburn on the target so that I can start stacking up the doubles with burning touches. Speaking thereof, we'll do nothing in terms of movement there. I don't love that. Just skipping out on utilizing half of this. Double defend burning touch seems the most obvious play here. It's 29 incoming damage. I block for 30. Like, I'm 1 HP from dead at that point, so I'll use the block potion also. Forgot about the 6 block I was going to get from the Spirit Brand, but still. Happy to have done that. I'm going to float first, actually, here. Yeah, and then I'll advance, because then we can Sear and Burning Touch to take you. And even Advancing Guard to get to the next. This one feels like a double strike kind of turn. Plus a Burning Touch if we can get it. Is it time to get rid of float in this deck? It's a pretty good next hand, especially if I'm being made vulnerable. I'm not going to float. Perfect. Whew. Fight could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot better, though. Definitely could have been a lot worse. Doomsday. The next time you ignite the Inferno Ghost Flame and all 6 Ghost Flames are ignited, take an extra turn. And at least 5 are the upgrade for that. We're not really a step-through kind of deck. We do accidentally activate things like this occasionally, but that's not the kind of ideal of this deck, unfortunately. Force Ignite all Ghost Flames in order. Plus 5 energy. That would be so good with the Snecko. 5th Seal at the end of combat, upgrade a random card in your deck. We are desperate for upgrades, and we want to be able to lift it at strength sites. It's 5th Seal. It's so easily 5th Seal here. Ooh, Xanatos' Icy Charm. Gain energy at the start of your turn. Soulburn takes 4 turns to activate. That would give us more time to set up Soulburn on the target, and ultimately, eventually, when we start getting cards that are like, you know, block for as much Soulburn as are on targets, or deal damage equal to the amount of Soulburn on the target, this will be better for us. I'm going to take Xanatos' Icy Charm here. Unfortunately, this does mean, it demands, in fact, that I block a little better than I am currently doing, which a lot of the time when I say, oh, I need block, sometimes I will I will get people saying, yeah, but you keep passing all of the block cards, and definitely there is a small element of that, some element of that at the absolute least going on. But also, I'll see a lot of the time when that happens, people are recommending just bad cards, just like real bad cards, just like cards that would not actually help, just because they say block on them. When I say I want block, I'm not just talking about a card that says the word block. I'm talking about something that is going to be impactful in terms of defending us against our future concerns. Okay. I want effectively just the path with as many rests as possible. Also as many elites. I think maximum resting is 2 mid-lane rests, yeah. Alright. We'll do it then. I'm also going to lift, supplementing my other damage. Ugh. This is a rough thing to take on first. I'm going to go for the draw potion here. There's an evil within. That's going to be helpful, hopefully. Slime tackle, 23 to a target, and 3 back to myself. That's okay. Let's float to advance. And then, I mean, Burning Touch can hit this target, which I do like. But also I might want to just defend Advancing Guard. Okay. So we take 3 damage this turn and leave the Slaver on the field. I'm okay with that. Fifth Seal has to be played. I can't not play that this turn. It's essential due to the necessity of all of these upgrades. This is also one of the reasons I'm taking the left path with as many fights as there are on it, because that is a lot of upgrades. The fights at the moment represent upgrades for us as much as rests do. Ouch. 3 more damage taken, so we've taken 20 damage total in this fight. Honestly, could have been a lot worse. And all looks good from here. I won't have to take 7 more damage there. Just bad draw. Hey, Evil Within got upgraded. We also get the whenever you rest, heal an additional 15 HP. At the start of each turn, gain 2 strength. Lose this when you advance or retract. So this is for a build that does not want to move. However, you don't lose all the strength from the previous turns. You only lose the strength you gained at the start of that turn. Important addendum there. Fast forward. It's pre-upgraded. Makes it a lot easier to put in the deck. Sure. Strike, advancing guard, fast forward, probably. Okay, the Evil Within is going to be extremely useful this turn. Dark Void, 18 to all enemies. Love it. Okay, we're already fully defended against the enemies here, so let's float forwards. We'll advance, then play the 5th Seal, triggering that. And I don't need to play Haunted Hand here. But also, if I do play Haunted Hand, I only burn out bad cards. Odds that don't necessarily benefit me at this point. Okay. Damn, that's interesting. I'll save myself some HP by using the pot here. But the extra damage was given to the Inferno Ghostlane, but it dealt half damage to the birds because it's counting that as attack damage. But it's not counted as attack damage for the sake of thorns and stuff like that. It's interesting. We now have the 14 Soulburn upgrade there. Neat. I don't hate Hexagard. Not at all, in fact. I'm not going to take it, but I don't hate it. Okay. We can strike, float, defend, turn it up. Oh. So I fast forward instead? I can even defend fast forward and trigger it 2 times. Sure. Let's fast forward. Then we can play 5th Seal, activating another Bowstring Ghostflame there. 14 Soulburn, 14 Soulburn. Either way. Love to see the Evil Within. Do it again. Defensive stance. 5 block at the end of each turn. I mean, no need to tempt me. I want another Evil Within. Power from Beyond. Ethereal, Unplayable Afterlife. Gain an energy and draw 2 cards next turn on the upgrade. I don't think I need any of those, though. Okay. Especially with the attack potion, this should make it really easy to push through some elites. Speaking of elites, this is an elite fight right here, basically. Might not think about it that way, but it definitely is. Dekka's Protection. Gain a Dex and an artifact. Ooh. I mean, the thing is, I'm already going to be defended against this, so I can gain the artifact afterwards. We'll even float to advance before we do it. X level at the start of each turn, gain an intensity. Happy to see it. And then throw out even more Burning Touch. Fast forward into the 5th Seal. I love how kind of standard of a play that is now becoming for us. Happy to burn out the rest of those, considering the enemy is now as close as they are to death, and as dead as they are now. Spectre's Wail. If the active Ghostlane is ignited, force ignite it. Spectre's Wail is a little bit of AoE. Do I really need a little bit of AoE right now? Yes, but it's not Spectre's Wail. We're about to go to the next floor. There's going to be a bunch of shapes in a lot of AoE fights, and that's just not really where I want to be doing that. Gremlin Horn will help us deal with those, though. Whenever an enemy dies, gain an energy and draw a card. I think we're going to have to give up the Sapphire next floor. Give up the Relic, rather, for the Sapphire next floor. Toasty. Applies Soulburn equal to unblocked damage dealt. Repeat for every ethereal card in your exile pile. No. After Soulburn detonates on this enemy, apply 12 Soulburn. Okay. We're going to go Toasty. We're just waiting for that to cycle back around effectively, but in the meantime, it'll kill the front liner for us. And then we'll attack the second liner. Give me a power. Awaken! Thank you for the power. We can float forward, but that's attack anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll just Soulburn, Soulburn, Soulburn. Should have played the float there. I still wanted to leave that in the deck. My bad. Strike 5th Seal. 5th Seal is ethereal, so it has to be played. It's the best defense I can do, unfortunately. Ow. There you go, get Soulburn. I haven't really found any powers that help with Soulburn yet. Be very, very keen to see some. Strike got upgraded, and we get the ornamental fan there. Paranormal form, no. There we go. Heat shield, getting 5 block, increased by Soulburn on all enemies. We lift one last time, getting extremely strong. 5 strength at the start of each combat. It's pretty good. Let's fast forward past that and then play our draw pile. Ooh, gosh, that's great. We could Advancing Guard Strike, but I don't really want to do that. I think Advancing Guard is probably still part of the turn though. Heat Shield's 20 block for us right now, but the 5th Seal is so important. We have so many upgrades we need. Guess I'm gonna fast forward past that one. And double defend and throw out a Soulburn on the back liner. Please don't just keel over. This run is getting very close to being good. I'm gonna quickly float past so that I get credit for the attack there, and then unfortunately I get the Chrono Boost, which would have been better on the previous turn. Fine. Play the Chrono Boost as it currently stands. Step forwards, and I think I'm just gonna have to defend. Fast forward advance here. I don't want to do it again this turn, do I? No. Okay. I'm going to Burning Touch, defend, activating this, and then I'm going to fast do it again. And now we should be pretty comfy for the rest of the fight. Okay, we bled a bit here, certainly, but could have been much worse. So advance to here and then Force Ignite that and move forward, giving us the ability to full defend this turn. Making a lot easier to stack some Soulburn there. Alright, Taskmaster. It's time for you to go down. Whew. Hey, that was the Heat Shield. Now it's no longer ethereal. Blue Candle, unplayable curse cards can now be played. Time of Need, retain, add a random power card to your hand, it costs 0 until played. That has a pretty big appeal for me. The 5th Seal is not reliably igniting the God's Flame. I think I actually just go the merchant fight here. Fast forward there as well, and then I can follow it with the strike, just trying to get through all of those. Advance as quickly as we can. Okay, let's float without an attack. Evil Within for the full defense on ourselves already. Collect. I mean, we don't need to play that next turn. 52 blocks suddenly out of nowhere. I mean, that's feeling pretty good. Do I want to advancing guard plus attack? I think turn it up is fine. Let's advance. Burning Touch. Time of Need finds him power. I definitely don't want to play that yet. All right. That's still fine. Still definitely good enough. There we go. That's why I was playing the Seals in other fights. I mentioned this last time we played Hexaghost, but I played Seals and other things, and Transmog as the Snecko actually most recently, because some things do trigger after this fight, and the upgrade of card in my deck just triggered. You heard the tink, tink, tink. I think it was just another strike upgrade though. Anything that is not a usual reward appears to still trigger. Phantom Cloak is really good. I've been turning it down a bunch of times here, haven't I? I have. That Thermal Transfer is actually really good here as well. Exhaust, 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 exhaust. Strange Spoon's good too. Empowered Flame is from, yeah, specifically from your Ignites. Although I do that, I don't do that as my primary. So. Goop Spray, make him vulnerable. Sure. Okay, we only have 90 health left to get through. We should be able to do this. We should certainly be able to do this. Okay. Burning Touch, Sear. Going to defend and then fast forward. Perfect. Any attacks in this hand? There's not many attacks left in my deck at this point anyway. Let's advance with that, then use the Seal. Volcano Visage at the start of your turn. Apply 5 Soul Burn to all enemies. Love it. That'll do it. Goodbye, merchant. And hello to all of your souls. There's the Phantom Cloak upgrade there as well. Wow, none of these actually really strongly appeal to me. Closest is the Mercury Hourglass. In fact, I will take it. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only 9 cards left in the deck that need to be upgraded. I don't think War Paint's necessary here. I think we could cut a strike, but I actually think we may want to cut a defend. That Turn It Up actually is feeling pretty bad a lot of the time. Is that really what this deck wants to do? Turn it up? No, Turn It Up. Turn It Up was a mistake. I think Turn It Up was an attempt to pivot out of what we're currently doing. I don't think I stand by wanting to do that. I don't stand by that being a drive to have. Dark Shackles works really well. Who's our boss on this floor? Defect. Okay, Dark Shackles doesn't do anything against you. And then next floor, Dark Shackles doesn't do really much against the Silent. We're probably going to run into the Poison Silent, right? I haven't seen the third floor Watcher yet, I don't believe. But I think I will pass here. Well, here's where it would have been useful. That's not useful. This is... It costs 0 until played. Okay, so we can draw back into that and play it later. Fifth Seal has to be played. Okay. Let's... strike. Fast forward, and then Haunting Hand. Then I'll Phantom Cloak and Advancing Guard. Best defense I could get up that turn. We'll have to do. Ouch. Ouch. This is not feeling good. Well, here's hoping we're okay. Speed Potion, Burning Touch again. I don't think I need another Burning Touch. That Rain of Embers is looking a bit better now, though. Sure. God, I really wish there was a healing option here. It may be just cut a strike from the deck. Try and increase my saturation of healing in my deck that way. God, I might even be dead in this fight. Rain of Embers is definitely not what I wanted here. Doomsday. Ugh. That already gets played anyway. I need to keep as much health as I can this turn. All right. I think I have enough block. God, we can even play the Advancing Guard and then the Fifth Seal here. Leave the Evil Within for a different turn. Like that. Hey, speaking of leaving it for another turn, here it is. Hey, Slime Tackle, nice. Fruit Juice, some extra max HP, that is handy. Whenever you are attacked this turn, apply 6 Soul Burn to the attacker. Ghost Flame Wall, right kind of defensive thing for us here. Oh God, you are attacking. Thankfully, we did get the Phantom Cloak in the opening hand here, but we didn't get any defense. There we go, we got a defend. Okay. You're generating a zap this turn, so I don't need to use the Evil Within this turn, but it might be a good idea. Actually, it's 2 attacks this turn, so sure. Strength and artifact around attack. Okay. So I wanted to use it that turn to try and get something that was going to propose a benefit for the entire fight, like a power or some such, but no. I mean, we got an extra point of strength. That is a benefit for the entire fight, right? It's still relevant. Fifth seal blocks us for 10. We have incoming damage of 8, 17. We are currently dead in hand. And we can't fix it. Block, 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 draw. Nothing of the sort. I don't even have 3 attacks. What if that's it? I can give up the 5th seal this turn, obviously. Fast forward to go to the next, and then strike and Rain of Embers. Triggers the next one as well, but that doesn't do anything for us. Yeah, I think we're just... Oh, no, wait. Fruit juice. Thank you. So this goes 14 soul burn if I play it first. So this is 14 damage total. This is 16 damage total with every application. So we go Rain of Embers instead. That dual cast looks pretty menacing, but thankfully we have a lot of defense this turn. I also have the ability to just like tank up with Speed Potion. If I'm going to take damage this turn, I will. We didn't have natural block last turn, which is why that didn't really matter there. Defend, Advancing Guard. That puts all of my defense in my next deck cycle, which I think is going to be important for us. Haunted Hand for the draw. Advancing Guard my way out of this one. Sounds good to me. Time of Need is going to be perfect after we advance again next turn. You intend to attack me once this turn, so you can take 6 soul burn for that. Really? I don't know if that's the best translation right there for us. I mean, we do need to play 2 attacks this turn, right? So what if it's just defend, sear, raining, and strike? Couldn't we have gotten one of the turns you're attacking many times? Oh my god, Echo Form, that's going to start coming up soon, I guess. Let's Time of Need to Hexa level. That's a bit late on the Hexa level, but okay. Fast forward, do it again. Another point of strength. Sure, I like that. It's not ethereal. Burning touch, pop, and defend. Okay, 2 attacks incoming this turn for a total of 20 damage. I have the ability to block 17. Two, 3, 4, and then advance. Yeah. Hang on. Echo Form. Okay, so I gotta say, I love these fights against the heroes. I cannot imagine the amount of work that went into making them playable bosses. However, when the results of their turn differ from the intents above their head, it goes against muscle memory I've built up for 2,000 hours in this game. And specifically against the core design strategy of the game of all of the impacts are contained in that intent system directly above the head. Specifically, damage is always 100% accurate through it. However, if the enemy has Mercury Hourglass, that's not counted. If the enemy is using shivs, they are counted incorrectly. If the enemy has got dual cast up for Echo Form, it is counted incorrectly. I could have popped the speed potion that turn. I don't know if it would have ended up saving me. I can't replay the entire turn in my mind, but I could have popped that. I didn't think I needed to, because I was relying on the intent system. So this is an element that I think I'm going to have to play more carefully around in the future. But I definitely want the people in the audience to understand that this is something that is like, it's like I'm being told to ride a bike upside down kind of situation. That is not like to the essence of degree, right? But that is more a statement of, I learned how to ride a bike. I had hours and hours riding a bike, 2,000 hours, in fact, riding a bike. And now I'm given a unicycle kind of thing, right? Like, my muscle memory's all broken. I don't know. I'm using really, really bad analogies for the muscle memory kind of thing. But that is effectively what I'm saying. That's really unfortunate. If we had have made it to the next floor, I think we would have just popped the hell off. Really, what was the big problem there was after here, we just bled. We bled a lot in these fights when I wasn't necessarily expecting to. God. I can't remember what my health value was here, but if it was lower than 40, I should have rested. I don't think it was, though. I think it was these 3 fights that really took it out of me. That's unfortunate, but hey, we gotta have some losses in this series just to spice things up. Sometimes they're at the start of a video, sometimes they're at the end of the video, and this is the latter. However, the performance will net us the next level of unlocks, specifically the Recycler. The first time an ethereal card is exhausted each combat, add a copy to your hand that costs 0 until played. There's also the Soul of Chaos. The second Searing Ghost Flame becomes a Mayhem Ghost Flame. Mayhem Ghost Flame activates when it is your, activates when you end your turn while it is active. Ignition, play the top card of the draw pile, hence the relationship to Mayhem. The second Searing Ghost Flame. So Searing Ghost Flames are attacks, right? Interesting, interesting. I would very much like to play that. Hey, hey, Alexa. Can't wait for you to play this mod, because here's Alexa's shield. Swap the positions of the Bolstering Ghost Flame and the first Searing Ghost Flame. Very intent on reading the flavor text for that when it happens to come up in one of our runs, which will be at least a rotation of 4 away from now, because next up is the Snecko. For the moment, though, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire Downfall. There are links in the description down below to all of my content on this game, past, present, and future. Slay the Spire and Downfall themselves as well. Also, down in the description is the link to the Steam workshop page for Downfall, if you would like to download the mod and play it yourself. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.